gotten much needed rain here in Florida. And so, just in case you watched John Crump live, JC Hall, Chris Ann Hall, I mean, I know them a little professionally, a little socially, a little personally. It's not like, JC and I talk like me and Dark or Crump or anybody. But, I consider JC a friend. I consider Chris Ann a friend. It's more like Chris Ann's my wife's friend and JC Hall's my friend. So, JC Hall, real interesting dude. If you're going to watch social media, definitely look him up and follow him on his socials. Probably the gateway way to get there is JC Hall Global on Instagram. He's got a Rumble channel. So definitely follow JC Hall. Smart guy, conservative. Also, not currently, as far as I know. I mean, again, I don't keep real up to date with JC Hall, but minister, so religious guy, gun guy, conservative. Boy, I'm gonna butcher so his wife does a lot of social media. JC Hall's wife, Chris Ann Hall. And boy, what does she always say? She's got a catchphrase. It's like principle over personality, So, and you heard, he didn't say the catchphrase, but you heard that during the show today. That, principle over personality. And oh man, I have like a sweatshirt or a t-shirt, their merch with it on. So, yeah, good people. So Chris Ann Hall, JC Hall, definitely follow them. Mr. Beams of Goons. I have a Goon Beam. I've got the glowy blue one on my desk. I don't think I have. I did a pocket dump the other day, or last night I should say, and I think it's in my nightstand drawer. So I was going to pull out the Goon Beam, but I don't have the Goon Beam with me right now. Oh, and in case you haven't been watching, today is the last day. You can go to flyingRich.com, enter to win the $250 tripod. The other reason I'm here, and of course, YouTube does what YouTube does. I just posted a video showing the lower I built this afternoon. I want to do a video on, I've done this a while back. It's on Rumble, it's not on YouTube, on building an AR-15 complete. And so we've got it's the BCM Geisley Aero Precision Love Child going down, getting built. I still need a handguard and a nut, and I've been looking for that. So hold on, we got comments coming in here. So let me welcome people. So we got, oh, hey man, I'm sorry, you're from the AC vent. I'll bring it away. So Zanti Misfit, Johnny 3-Bar, Goonbeam, and that's it. That's the crew that have been talking. So yeah, I've got the Geisley BCM Aero Precision. If I do Geisley Aero Precision BCM, it spells Gab. If you use the Gab Love Child build going on. So good evening, and Afterburners at max thrust. That's funny. So I got to build the upper. It's a BCM upper. I've got an Aero Precision barrel. The upper, to build an upper, yeah, I got to put the forward assist in. I got to put the dust cover on. That's it. So the rifles, I'm building two identical rifles. One is going to have an Arkin optic on it. The other is going to have a Gideon optic. Both Gideon and Arkin gave me an LPVO for this. So we're going to do pretty, I'm going to steal a methodology from Cyclops, Joe Rea. So another good guy, somebody I know in the gun community. So Joe does a lot of optics reviews, and I'm going to steal some of his methodologies for doing that. And what else? So yeah, that's where I am. I'm hoping tomorrow to shoot the video of the actual lower build and maybe the upper build. And again, I mean, it's only the upper is only going to be a forward assist and a dust cover. I don't have. Oh man, I could make you guys all cringe. I know I've got a new inbox key mod rail somewhere. I think there's a barrel nut in it. It's like somebody asked me to review something for them. I'm like, sure, send it, and then I get it and it's key mod. I'm like, yeah, huh, hmm. So that's a scoop with that. I'm getting doggy food because doggies had chicken breast for dinner because that's something I've been eating for lunch and haven't been in a week or two. And I've got frozen chicken breast, so I heated one up for them, diced it, and they could not finish dinner quick enough. Hopefully, it treats their insides good, and we don't have additional doggy mess to deal with. So that's what's going on Tuesday night. What happens Tuesday night? Well, it's going to be DLD After Dark later on. So sometime after 9:30, Dark will bless us with his presence doing a podcast. And I'm not sure. I don't want to give away too much. There's a new member of the DLD team. So I'm sure Remy will be around for the podcast. Oh, I really do need to show you. So Chelsea got groomed today, and she always looks fantastic after she's been groomed. And Sammy, the deafblind Doxy, 18-year-old Doxy, he got a bath. So definitely, I'll have to post some pics or video of Chelsea. I might just do that on IG. So yeah, I posted a short of the finished build. I did shoot, even though I've had adequate tools. I've got what brand is that toolkit? So I used AR takedown tools. I used this stupid triangular case worth of tools. But really, all I used was the vice block for the magwell to build the lower. And there's other tools in there. Don't get me wrong, I'm not trashing it. So I used the vice block and I used the tool to do the forward takedown pin. And even though I did that, I still shot a D10 across the room because I didn't do it right the first time. Off topic, what is the range of Smash-tastic comps? It so interestingly enough, good question. And happy, where is my Mesh-tastic node? Oh, here it is. And boop. So I've been able to. I know people have talked about a lot longer range. So this is kind of low-end Brand X antenna. With a better antenna, ground plane, directional antenna, whatever. So, short answer, I I can get. I wish I could bring up a map. So they say it's line of sight, but it's a little bit better than line of sight, and you pretty much can get 5 miles, I would say. Um, I I would love to do some sort of test where, like, my wife and I are 5 miles apart on the road and it's a straight line, and see if we could communicate. But what I've done, all right, so let me give you the parameters. Oh, I don't want to put you in front of the vent. All right. So if I throw one of these nodes on my drone, I will hit this guy's house that's like 5 point something miles away. So it's definitely 5 miles, and it's on the roof of his house. So I used to have to go up, let's see, like 120 feet to get to his house, and he has a better antenna on the roof of his house. Yeah, probably comparable to GMRS. It's 915 megahertz, so it's the LoRa. LoRa is the actual radio. You probably can do much better with Mesh-tastic, different range tests. So again, if you have a ground plane antenna, Yagi directional antenna, I'm just rocking not quite a rubber ducky antenna, whatever. I don't know if that's a quarter wave, eighth wave antenna. So also, just so you know, I mean, I can't show this to you right now, I don't believe, but it's text only, so it's not voice, it's just text. So if you guys, and that's one of the things I've actually, for the first time ever, well, because it's a short, I've written a script to do a Meshtastic short. So hopefully I'll be able to pop one of those out and answer some of your questions. So I would say line of sight, you're probably good for better than 5 miles. Like I said, I've put my drone up and I'm able to go like line of sight to this dude's house. Your range will go a lot further if you drop the chip rate. When you say chip rate, you mean frequency, or what are we talking about? I'm 517 Wacko. I'm betting that's a joke, and it's if I ask a question about what you said, that's the joke. So I'm not going to fall for it. And I'm sure if once I stop live streaming, I'll figure out what the joke is. But so yeah, I would say it's pretty with rubber ducky antennas, pretty easy to get 5 miles. There's all right. So there's another YouTuber. What is his name? Data Slayer. So I don't know the guy. He's in Miami, and he's tested it line of sight like 3 miles. I don't care. Unsub. Enjoy. You can't make me do something. How about that? So, and my employers know the same way. So, unsubscribe. I don't care. I will not be owned by a comment. Yeah, so, working on a HUD for my... okay, alright. So, there's also ATAC, so you can do ATAC with the Meshtastic, so keep that in mind. That's about it. So there's a couple other things you can do with Meshtastic. So, mind you, I had a Meshtastic on the ground with me, and I flew a repeater in my drone and went mesh. So from the cell phone, you go Bluetooth to the Meshtastic radio on the ground to Meshtastic node on the drone, and then Meshtastic to wherever, to that other guy's house that's about 5 miles away. So there's a lot of capability, a lot of things to exploit. So if you could get one or two helium balloons and do a tether, you could actually get a Meshtastic node in the air and make sure it's one of the Mylar balloons. Anyhow, I'm going to drop. I'm going into the supermarket to do some super shopping. And you guys have a good day. I'll talk to you later.